Everyone knows somebody who should watch Kitchen Independence with David Doc Robertson, Saturday mornings at 10:30 on KPSE My TV. Can I cook fish? Well, let's take a look. Hi, and welcome back to Kitchen Independence. I'm going to answer that question for you right away. So let's get started. Today I'm going to make a tasty, easy fish dinner. We're going to have fried tilapia, and to go with that, I'm going to make a nice potato. It's already boiled. I'm going to saute it in a nice garlic butter. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so let's get started right away. And I'm going to start with the potato. It's the same thing I did the same way I did with the chicken dinner when I made the potato salad. So I'm going to start with this potato, and as you can see, once again, it's a nice big russet potato. I boiled this one for a good 40 to 45 minutes so it will submit to my command and do whatever I want it to do, I hope. And let's take a look. First thing I'm going to do is cut it in half. That worked out nicely. And the reason why I'm doing that, I'm going to put this other half in here, is because I've never tried this potato recipe before. What I did is I went online and I looked for a lot of different recipes, something that would be easy. And I didn't really see anything. So I incorporated some of the ideas, and I came up with the trying to saute the potato in the garlic butter. All right, so let's give it a try. I'm going to peel this first. All righty. Let's see how it's working on your side. Yeah, it's coming out nice and easy. Okay. And once I get this done, I'm going to, alright, try to keep this on this chopping block. And I'm trying not to waste a potato, the potato or potato. There's one little piece is going to act stubborn. And we're done. Okay. Oh wait, there's a little piece right here. And now I'm going to slice these really thin so that, let's move this junk out of the way. Move it over here. Okay, now I'm going to slice these as thin as I can get them so that they will soak up the garlic sauce or garlic salted butter really nicely. Okay, here we go. I think I should do one so that you can see this way, like right over here, if I can get that. Nope, I can't. Let's try it like this. There, now you can see that it's going through. Yep. Do it from the front. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how this is going to come out. So, if it doesn't taste good, I will tell you right here on television. So this will be a first. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do, now that I have these sliced, I'm going to cut off maybe a tablespoon of butter and put it in the pan here. Okay. Tablespoon is not that big. You can see that? That's about a tablespoon. Okay. Put that in there. Turn this on. Turn it on low and let it melt. All right. I'm going to add some garlic salt right now. Okay. And at the same time, I'm going to add maybe a teaspoon of olive oil. Like I said, maybe about a teaspoon. And then I add the garlic salt. Okay, and now I'm going to add the potatoes. I'm going to just bring the chopping block right over here. I guess I'm getting used to using this. Maybe. All right. I'm going to just add them in. And like I said, I will tell you, give you my honest opinion as to how this comes out, because I'm making this one smaller. I incorporated a lot of different ideas from what I saw online and came up with this one. Okay, now let's get these all mixed in here. I'm going to stir these around during our first break, and stick with us and we'll be right back.
They knew they were acting on an impulse, but what is life without adventure? Though how would they measure success? 1 year or 2? Or maybe they would look at one another 60 years from that moment and tell each other that they did it. That's what they wanted and pledged in their hearts to work for it every day. Read about these two and their passionate dedication in David Doc Robertson's Body and Soul. Get yours today in paperback or the ebook format on Amazon.com. That's Body and Soul. Get yours today.
All right, welcome back. Now we're going to move on to the tilapia. There are several different ways that you can cook this fish. You can bake it, you can saute it, you can grill it, but today we're going to fry it. All right? And now, I know I'm going to start off with seasoning salt. A lot of people say that they don't like fish. And I really don't understand that, because fish is really good. It's good for you. And most doctors tell you just a little bit. You don't want to get too much on here, because this is not like a steak. It's very thin, and too much will just overpower it. All right? So, what was I saying? Oh, most doctors will tell you that if you're going to eat meat, then try to steer yourself toward something that can swim or fly. And just a little bit of salt on that side, just a little bit. Now me, myself, I go for whatever my body is craving at the time. Like sometimes I feel like a nice juicy steak or some sausage in the morning at breakfast. You know, nobody's perfect. You can't be perfect. I don't count calories or anything like that. Just a little bit of pepper. All right. So you can't be good all the time, especially if you're anemic like me. A good piece of steak or a good burger is beneficial for you. Last time I went to the doctor for a checkup, she checked my pulse in 2 places just to make sure I wasn't about to get up and start eating her brains out. Okay? All right, so we turn this over so that we can season the other side. Paper towel got stuck on there a little bit. So I'm going to move this over. There we go. And just like Henry VIII, second voice, same as the voice. You put a little bit of pepper on there. I only put enough pepper where I can just start seeing it. And here we get the seasoning salt very lightly. Sometimes it doesn't want to come out. All right. And then even lighter, put on the salt. Okay, so now that I have the seasoning done, I'm going to move on to the fish fry. All right. I like the pre-packaged ones. You can you can make a batter or you can just use flour, but I like a nice pre-packaged seasoning, and I keep it in this plastic bag because it makes it easy for me to get out of here. Okay, and I don't get too much. All right, just put a little bit on each one and move it around. Okay, I think I need some more. I know I need some more. Okay. So we move this around on the fish. And then we turn them over. The reason I like these pre-packaged ones is that I don't have to guess on anything as far as putting the seasoning in the flour. Okay? Let's turn this one over too. Oops. There we go. And just to make it easy, what I'm going to do is just get a little bit more. Put on here. All right. Get them coated nice. Now, before I put these in the pan, I'm going to use olive oil. So, and then turn the pan on so that when I put the fish inside, I can hear that sear, because I don't want the fish to sit in cold oil. So put that, squeeze that on there. Okay, so I'm done with that. Alrighty? And now, turn this on. Put that on a medium fire. And while that's warming up, I just want to give a shout out to you vets. I want to thank you for watching the show, and I want to thank you for the sacrifice that you make for us in our country, and for some of your troops who sacrifice more than what the average person would. So I want to thank you for that. And also, I want to talk about this fish a little bit before I put it in. I know that some of you are very particular about the fish you eat. So this one's name is Fred, and it was raised on a farm not far from here, out in the San Joaquin Valley. Okay, and his name is Fred. All right. Okay, and this one, she was raised on a farm right next with Fred. Her name is Ginger. Okay, and they're both gonna dance their way into my stomach. All right. So here we go. And you can hear the sear, hear them cooking right away. And while they're cooking, we're gonna take our next break and we'll be right back.
Get the story behind the wheelchair. Experience the trauma of shattered dreams and a poetic boxing match that ended faster than a flash of lightning. I Tried to Box with God, a memoir of David Doc Robertson. Get yours today on Amazon.com. Hi, this is David Doc Robertson from Kitchen Independence, and I bet you're wondering why I use certain cooking tools. For me, it's a matter of convenience rather than choice. There are many benefits to using skillets. This full-size model is good for frying and even baking, but for me, it's quite heavy. I can barely lift it with both hands, and that presents a safety issue. This bulky semi-deep fryer with two handles also creates a safety issue when hot, since it is awkward to handle, though I do use it for mixing batter because of the flat, sturdy bottom. The pan I use is a lightweight stainless steel model. The handle is quite accessible, especially since I have little use of my fingers. Going back to skillets, however, I can use a small one because of the lighter weight. And finally, I use these plastic dishes from frozen dinners. They are lightweight, which makes them easy to handle, and I'm not afraid of dropping them. Good cooking to you, and let's be careful out there. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. All right, so while we were away, I took the liberty of turning the fillets over, and I'm about to take out the potatoes. I had turned them off in our first break, and I turned them back on so that they can warm up. I didn't want them to cook too much, but before I take them out, I'm going to add just a little bit of parsley. Make sure that I get this on there. All right, just a little bit, and a little bit of chives. Okay, and I'm going to stir them in there, and then what I'm going to do, so they don't burn, I'm going to have to take out, before I stir those, I'm going to have to take the fillets out, because I don't want them to overcook. You actually, these are so thin. Oh, I'm going crazy here. Right on camera. Okay, because I'm trying to hurry. I don't want these to burn. You only need to cook these about 2 minutes on each side. So first I'm going to do is turn the fire off. Okay. And I'm going to take these out one at a time, of course. Let that oil drip off of there, and I put it on the paper towel so that I don't eat a lot of oil. If there's excess oil on there, the paper towel will drain it. Okay? Now I'm going to take the second one out and do the same thing. And this will also give them time to cool off while I'm dealing with the potatoes. Okay, so that's good. These are cooking in quite nicely. And I'm going to use my big fork to stir those around in those seasonings before I take them out. All right. I have them on a low fire. Okay. lost one, but that's all right. The rest won't get away. Okay, so I have that done. I'm going to move this plate right here in my lap. I'm going to turn this fire off of here. And I'm going to take out the potatoes. Push them into a pile. Take them out. Now, let's put this over here on the table and the plate. Alright, so I left room on there for the fish, and I may as well go ahead and put both of these fillets on here. So I'm sure all the oil has drained out of these. Okay, so let's get this one. That goes right there, right like that. And this one. Okay. I don't know which to try first. I think I'll go for the potatoes first. All right, let's give it a try. Remember, I promise I will tell you if I don't like this. That's really good. I'm proud of myself, I really am. Okay, now let's try the fish. Oh boy. And with the potatoes, you could taste the garlic, you could taste the butter, the potatoes themselves. You know how sometimes you have potatoes and that's all you taste is the dried potatoes, but now these are seasoned through and through. Okay, really good. I recommend this. And now for the fish, let's give it a try. Wow, hot. Hot. And because I didn't season it too much, everything is sharing in the teamwork. This is really, really good. Okay. Wow. I'm going to thank you guys for watching Kitchen Independence and for sharing 30 minutes of your time with us. Come back next time and we'll have another Kitchen Independence meal just for you. All right? Until then, I'm still David Doc Roberts.